Hi, I'm Albert Turcasso, and today I'm going to present to you a video unlike almost any video you have ever seen on YouTube. Today, I'm going to speak about you and about me, and I'm going to declare something about you. Now, normally I am keeping my videos under 3 minutes now, because more people will watch a video if it's under 3 minutes. But I'm asking you to do something different today. I want you to watch this video, whether it's 3 minutes or 23 minutes or an hour and 3 minutes. It won't be that long, don't worry. But I want you to invest your time in this video and what I'm saying. And you will find out why. But I will tell you this. This is unlike any video you've ever seen me do. And you're probably going to say, well, not really. And there are going to be some similarities. But this is a very profound and important video. And by the way, yes, I do know I have a Band-Aid on my nose. And as a matter of fact, that's going to even come into play in this video. And you're going to be, what? That's right. Well, you ain't going to be what? I ain't making fun of you. But the fact is that, I could have allowed what this Band-Aid is on here for, I could have allowed it to stop me. But then if I did, I couldn't tell you what I'm about to tell you. So guess what? I'm asking for an investment of your time, and later on in the episode, an investment of your faith. That's right. Oh, and this even applies to atheists and agnostics. An investment in your faith. And you're probably going, that's all right. So without further ado, just calm down, relax, and decide to stay here, because you are going to get more value out of this video than the price of the time that you paid in order to watch it. Now, you didn't pay money, but you did pay in the form of time. And even though you may not realize it, every time we watch videos or do anything, we are paying a price of time. And that also has something to do with this video, which may be covered, may not. You know what? You just need to relax and enjoy this. Now, as I said, I'm going to talk about the Band-Aids. So we might as well start with that first. Right now, it is very hot in my home city. When it is hot, my acne tends to come back and acts up. And the reason why I have this Band-Aid on is because right now I look like Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer, only it's in the form of an acne pimple on the left-hand side, and it is extremely red and grotesque. And even though I want to bring this video to you because it's exceptionally important, I was not going to gross you out, and I did not want the distraction of what I'm saying. Now, yes, this Band-Aid is going to come, grab your attention, but try as hard as you can to ignore the Band-Aid and to pay attention to what I'm about to tell you. Because right now, it starts. Right now. You're watching this video of Albert Turcasso of Humanity Matters. But what you don't realize is this is more than a video. This is proof that your success is self-evident. That's right, you heard me. Your success is self-evident. That means whatever struggles that you are in today, you can overcome them. I don't care if it happens to do with education, finances, romances, whatever it is. You may be right now struggling, and you may think, I will never get through this. But you know what? Your success has been preordained. And I'm not Mr. Religious. That's not what I'm getting at. What am I getting at? And how can I say your success is guaranteed and self-evident when I don't even know you and you may live in another country? It's because you're watching this video. Confused? That's all right. You see, my friends, right now as I speak, I am creating this video without having any access to the software that I need in order to edit it, and without a Wi-Fi or internet connection to bring it to you. So therefore, once you see this video, it will mean that I overcame those two critical obstacles. I had to overcome those obstacles in order for you to watch this. And that's why I know your success is self-evident. Because if we continue to think of ways to overcome the obstacles, we may be on a path that may take us a day. We may be on a path that may take us a year. We may be on a path that takes us almost a lifetime or even a lifetime. But we will obtain what it is that we want. And I want to let you know something. You all of you know me as this talk show host that's been on the air for 8.5 years. All of you know me as this great, long-winded, big mouth who has great ideas, but he takes forever to tell you. But what you don't know is that a large part of my life, I didn't have self-esteem. I was the guy that would go to a dance and was a wallflower. I was the guy who got beat up in school. I was the guy who wouldn't even raise his head at times and kept his head on the desk and tried to make himself invisible. I was the guy who was so silent, sometimes you felt like checking to see if I was alive and check to see if I was breathing. Now all of you might be laughing your potatoes off saying, "What? That ain't true." It's true. It's extremely true. But you see, things in my life changed through my determination and my belief that I too deserved abundance, that I too deserved a better life. And so in the 80s, in 1986, I decided to try to be an extra in a film. And I had done acting for about 20 years. And then in 2004, people kept bugging me to be a talk show host on public access. And I was like, I have no idea what I'm going to say. But from the 80s to the 2000s, there was an evolution from the guy who wouldn't say anything to the guy that can almost convince you of anything and everything. There was a transformation. Now there were different things that happened in that time that helped me. I happen to have a great second dad, Albert Goldsmith, and he helped me to learn that yes, I too have value, that yes, I too have intelligence, that yes, I too have a right, not a privilege, a right to succeed. So that's what happened. So then in 2004, I said, all right, I'll do a show. So I did. And I said, but the thing is, a human being's nature, at least right now, is to have an ego and to want to talk about themselves. Even in this video, I am talking about myself, but I'm talking about myself in relations to you. So what happened was, when I decided to do the TV show, I said, well, it can't be about me, because it's too easy. Not only is it too easy, it's arrogant, and why should people watch? You know, I think it's arrogant to be self-absorbed and vain and to be concerned only about yourself. So I said, it's got to be something else. And literally that very day, I came up with the name Humanity Matters, because it does. It really does. But getting back to today, your success is self-evident. Because of the fact that if I can achieve this, and at this time that I am doing this video, I have literally $3 to my name. I don't have access to the internet. I don't have access to the software because my computer died. and it died because of a lack of a charger. At least that's what I'm hoping it is. But the fact is, there is no logical reason that I'm doing this video right now, and there's no logical reason for me to expect to be able to get you to see it. And therefore, that being the case, when you do see this video, you will know that great things are possible. That a man who has less than $3 found a way to get his computer working, or found a way to get somebody else to let him use it and have internet access, that he overcame great obstacles. And that's where you come in. Right now, you may have some issues in your life. Like I said, money, it could be education, it could be anything. I met a lady yesterday who was working in a place that I was at for an appointment. And she had some kind of a task that she was stressed out about. The young lady's name was Sandy. And if she ever sees this, hello, Sandy. But the young lady's name was Sandy. And I had never met this lady. And I said to her, Sandy, relax. Get your chi on. I like to say that. I know that's not how you're supposed to do it, but I do. I'm a funny guy. I like to have fun. Even though I'm in extreme hardships, I don't let it stop me. And I said, Sandy, I said, just relax. You will get this done. You will achieve it. But first, you must believe it. I didn't say it in that exact word, but I told her she's going to be fine. And she was like, you really think so? I said, yeah. I said, I'll pray for you, because she was telling her coworker to pray for her because she was really stressed out. And I didn't know her, and I said, she's going to be fine. And I can tell you this. I know that she either achieved her task that she had to do, or she will very soon. Because Sandy is an intelligent young woman. Okay? Now all of you out there, you may have parents, siblings, you may have friends, so-called friends, you may have employers, you may have employees. I don't know your situation, but you're always going to have somebody trying to tell you you can't. Well, I'm here to tell you not only that you can, but that it is self-evident that you will. Now, you may want to be a movie star, and you may work really hard to be a movie star. You may never get to be the movie star, but a side achievement may happen. Maybe you'll become an agent. Maybe you'll become a talk show host, or something as equal or greater than what you want to do now. Maybe you want to be a nuclear physicist. Maybe you want to be an astronaut. Something that you want to do and or achieve, or even greater than what you're setting out to do now, will happen. As in the case with me, I didn't plan on being a talk show host. I planned on being an actor. But what happened was, and yes, I am overheated. I'm sorry if you noticed that. It's hot in here. It's about 98 degrees in here, but I'm doing this for you. What can I say? Doing it for me and for you. But the bottom line is, I didn't set out to be a host. I set out to be an actor. The host thing was essentially because people had challenged me to do it. So I did it. But I found that it's much more gratifying, much more fulfilling, and frankly, I've saved more lives through the show than I could ever save, even if I became an actor as famous as Tom Cruise. And why do I say that? Well, think about it. If you're a talk show host such as Jay Leno or Oprah Winfrey, you're on the air 5 days a week, every single day of the year. If you're an actor, at most you might do 5 to 10 movies. They may have great impact. They may win Oscars. But you're not going to be in the public enough and be able to address people's issues and successes and hopes as much as you can as a talk show host. And in my life, I have been able to bring on musicians, magicians, politicians. I brought on hard TV show hosts. I brought on TV station managers. I brought on veterans, our United States heroes. I brought on, you name it, you run the gamut. I brought on actors. I brought on some people that you would know, like Dr. Cyril Weck, wonderful people, but from all walks of life. I've also brought on people that would have been used, abused, mistreated, exploited, and made fun of, and they became my equal and the equal of the other panelists. And they were treated with respect. Their disease or their infliction or whatever society would define them as was not what was forefront. It was nothing but a byproduct. So yes, the show Humanity Matters exceeds any acting I could ever do. The show Humanity Matters exceeds any fame I could ever attain as an actor. If I obtain it as a host, I can help to save hundreds of thousands or millions of lives. But today isn't about all that. Today is about you. You will succeed at what you want to do, or something greater. But you must do some things. First of all, let me recommend a book. Now, this book I'm going to recommend is very good. And I agree with a lot of what it says. Not all of it, but a lot of it. And this book is by Wallace D. Wallace. And it came from the probably about the 1850s, but it's The Science of Getting Rich. You need to read that book. You also need to read the book The Secret, The Magic, and The Power. I have to buy those other books yet. But this book essentially says that if you will do things in a certain way, it is a proven fact that you will get rich. Now, one of the biggest problems I have with this book is that it tells you must visualize and live your visualization as much as possible in your imagination, but you must already see yourself as being rich or being in that house or having that Rolls Royce or whatever. And that's all well and good. But I believe to some degree it feels like it would be delusional. And that's one of my hurdles that I have to work on. But there are many things that I agree with here. I agree with God, because he mentions God, wants us to live an abundant life, and he does. And he even wants atheists and agnostics to live an abundant life. You see, religion and religious people, no offense, they tend to say that because you don't believe in their type of religion or any religion, that you're doomed and you don't deserve this and you don't deserve that. I don't believe that. God wants all of us to be happy and fulfilled. Now this is very important. In the book, he speaks about going from the competitive to the creative mind. Whereas if you have to sell an item, if you're a merchant or you have a service, sell that item, but do not get more money than the item is really worth, and work to have the item's use value be more than the money you take. Now I agree with that. But you know, I have a cloning series, which by the way I'm going to film again very, very soon. But in my cloning series, I say that eventually society goes from a competitive to a cooperative society, which there's a lot of similarities in this book. Now the funny thing is, I didn't read the book at the time. So I just came up with that myself. But what we're saying is this. Let's say that you own a business. Maybe you can't afford to give your employees great wages. Give them other ways to get more use value or gratification from the job that they have than what you are taking from them. And this is not a communist or any ideology. What this is we are helping each other to live an abundant life. And we all deserve an abundant life. But your success truly is self-evident. If we look and analyze what you're looking at now, you may think you're just looking at me being long-winded. But you're looking at me. You're looking at me. The man who right now has no possible way of getting this video online. So what about you? Maybe you're having a bad job that you don't like. And maybe you're staying there because it has great benefits, including health care. Well, I'm going to give you a directive. I want you every single night to work for 30 minutes of your life to figure out what other jobs you can get that would maintain those type of benefits or give you those benefits within 6 months, and a job that you would be fulfilled at and happy with and has chance of advancement. I do not ask you to quit your job. I ask you to find a way to get a new one. And I ask you this knowing that we have 10 million people unemployed. Am I a lunatic? No. You see, there will always be new jobs. Maybe not right now. Or maybe there are jobs, but society and the public just don't know about which jobs they are. Now, in any case, what we know to be true is that we must never give up. As far as corporations owning the nations and politicians keeping you in poverty, keeping you down, and screwing you over. Excuse my language. We have the power. There are only so many corporations and governments on this planet. There are 7 billion human beings on this planet. Once we get educated in how we really are supposed to live an abundant life, those employers and those companies who are doing wrong will lose tens of thousands of their employees, and they will eventually go out of business. And the people who were in these companies will have gone to better employers, better companies. So a conglomerate, or let's say a department store giant that abuses or mistreats their employees, will suddenly find themselves in bankruptcy, and a lesser known, could be originally a mom and pop store, will become the conglomerate. And as long as they continue to do what made them successful and treat their employees the way they did, they will keep getting higher and higher on the ladder and surpassing those who are doing wrong. And I want you to think in a different way. No longer think that the government is keeping you down, that your economy is keeping you down, that your lack of education, or any of these things, because you can think your way out of it. You can find a way. If I can get on the air and you're watching this, you might have left now, I hope you didn't. But if you did and you come back, that's great. But if you're watching this video, you are part of a revolution. A legal, peaceful revolution. A revolution of the mind, and a declaration that you and your success is self-evident. That you will get that job, or better. You will get that educational degree, or better. You will find a way to succeed, and others will help you succeed. Now maybe it hasn't happened yet, and it may take a long time, but if you stay on that path, if you say, dang it, El Turcaso didn't quit when he had every right to, I'm not going to quit, and you don't quit, you're going to get there. And if you want to be a world famous actor, yeah, I know I have a problem with that word, but a world famous actor, you just may get there sooner than you think. But you must believe it to achieve it. And as for the books that I mentioned, yes, read those books. Read them and make them manuals. And read the Bible if you're religious. Personally, I don't want to go there. I think there's a lot of mean-spirited stuff that man put in there. I did go there, I'm sorry. Man has, let's just say maybe, done some things wrong with the Bible and other religious books. But you know what? If that is your belief, that's fine. Read it. Whatever it takes to keep you moving. Keep moving forward. And every time you want to quit, remember this video. Remember this long-winded comb-over Albert Turcasso. Remember the man who made a declaration that your success, not mine, your success, mine too, but your success is self-evident. Your success is self-evident. Think about that statement. That means that no matter what you're going through, you will get over it. Now, what if you're in medical, let's say you have a fatal disease. Yes, it's hard. And yes, we know what inevitable will happen. But don't stop living now. Fight every day. Live every day as if it is your last. And let me tell you something. When that terrible day finally comes, if you have worked as hard as you can, lived as best as you can, when that day comes, you won't have hardly any regrets, if any. And you know what? I'm not Mr. Religious, but I'm going to tell you something. And this goes for the atheists and the agnostics. When you do finally die, you will be in paradise. Now, I know scholars and scientists and everybody's going to say, oh, how does he know? You know what? I can't tell you how I know what I know, because I don't know how I know. But I know it, and I've predicted many things over the last 20 years. And I know that there's a paradise, and I know that you're going to be in it eventually. So if you have terminal cancer or some terrible disease, let me know and I will pray for you. I love God. I am a praying man. I said I wasn't religious. I love God and I am a praying man. I even pray for atheists. I don't have anything against anybody. But what I'm getting at is, don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on life, because you know what? You may have so-called fatal terminal cancer, but you don't know if you contact some other organization, if they may be able to reverse it. For example, there's the Cancer Treatment Centers of America. Call them. Find out if there's other options. Don't give up on yourself. Don't give up on life. Your success and your life is important. Now, I am going to get out of here because I might melt, because it's maybe 100 degrees in here. I don't know. But your success, it truly is self-evident. It's beyond self-evident. It's as evident as the sun rising every day, as the trees and the leaves, as the seasons coming and going. It's as evident as death and taxes. It's as evident as evil will try to attack us, and we will defeat it. And if you don't believe in anything else, know this. Our sun will be around for at least 50 million more years. So you have 50 million years that you can know that the sun will rise. That is self-evident. So if the sun will rise, so will you. You will rise above where you are now. And I'm going to get a little bit close for this. And it may blur it up. I don't care. Yeah, I'm talking to you. That's right, individually. I'm talking to you. Don't you dare give up. If I can create this video and it gets online, make this one of the most important videos you have ever watched in your life. And watch it again. And listen to the directives. Read the books. Believe in yourself. Know that your success is self-evident. Maybe you're lousy at math and you have a calculus test. You will eventually learn it. You will eventually pass it. There is no obstacle that you cannot overcome. The only obstacle that you will never overcome is the obstacle of non-belief in yourself. You have to believe it to achieve it. Now I'm telling you that right now, my finances are beyond poverty. I mean below poverty. But I will not speak of poverty in that way anymore. Because I may not have money. And I may be in great difficulty financially. But I am wealthy beyond all wealth in spirit. I am wealthy beyond beyond all wealth in hope. I am wealthy beyond all wealth in love. And I will not let a paper or a piece of gold define who I am and what I will become. And neither can you. You will not live the rest of your life in poverty if you change. And I'm not yelling at you. I'm being almost like a Pentecostal preacher to define how important you are. And how important are you to me? Am I just a guy doing video to get a couple of video views? Heck no! If I were, it would be a failure. I'm here to change your life, to give you hope when you are oppressed, repressed, obsessed, or any of those other ones. Your success, not everybody else's, theirs too, but your individual success is self-evident. And yeah, God loves you. Even when you do the drinking and you lie to God the next day, and you're drunk, you're like, God, take this hangover from me, I'll never drink again. And you lie to God. Guess what? He still loves you. And you're the biggest a-hole in the history of a-holes. God still loves you. That's right. And you know who else loves you? I do. Not in a romantic way. Unless you're a beautiful young lady, but you know, like 25, 30, something like that. No offense to the younger or older woman. I mean, you know what I'm saying. Don't get me in trouble. Don't let myself get in trouble. You know what I'm saying. I love you in a different way. In a spiritual way. And in a brotherly love way. Or uncle or dad or whatever. But don't give up on yourself. You're watching this video, right? So you know that any obstacle can be overcome. And yeah, I know there's going to be people out there saying, well, you can't fly unless you're in a plane. We know that. Right now you can't, but in the future you don't know what man and women and humanity is going to achieve. So you can't say you can't. You can say, not yet. But with all that, before I melt, I'm just going to finish this by saying, I could have not done this video because of the heat, because I didn't have the equipment, and because of the acne pimple that makes me look like Rudolph on drugs. Rudolph the Red-Nosed Reindeer on drugs. So I had many reasons to say no. And right now I am so overheated, it ain't even funny. I had a lot of reasons. But your life means something to me. My life means something, and your life means something to me. And it meant so much that I chose to do this no matter the obstacle. You think I'm going to let a little pimple stop me from trying to help you change your life? If I did, I wouldn't be Albert Turcasso. Now, I know this is extremely long-winded, but let me ask you this question. Have you ever seen a video like this that directed directly to you? Now, I know there's a lot of New Age people and forward thinking, and they talk about time shifts and all that, and how we really are this, that, and the other. But they don't put it on a personal basis. They do it on a broad base, humanity as a whole. I'm saying it individually, that you watching this. And if there are 10 of you together watching this, all 10 of you have your own individual success, self-evident. Don't you dare give up. Don't you dare. Because if you give up on yourself, you're giving up on your Creator, and you're giving up on all that you are meant to be. Don't you dare give up. Or let me say it like the Sicilian Albert can say it. Yeah, Mr. Humanity used to be a little bit meaner when he got pissed off. So let me say it as a drill sergeant or a general would say it. You're ordered not to give up, so don't give up. I'm not really mad, but don't give up. I'm serious about that. Let's try one more time, because that was kind of weak. All right, listen up. You will not give up. You will never give up on yourself, because your success is self-evident, and you know that your success is self-evident. So what are you doing trying to give up? Don't you dare give up. Okay, guys. I just wanted to show you that I could be a little bit mean if I had to be. I'm just joking. But you see that I could do different things. In the meantime, everybody, your success is self-evident. You will climb that mountain. You will overcome that mountain, because that mountain was put there for you to overcome it. You will find the love and everything you want. I want you to go to www.humanitymatters.org, because I have a lot more than that there, and I can even save you hundreds of dollars on great products. So go to www.humanitymatters.org for this content, other content, and to save lots of money. And in the meantime, remember that you and humanity and all forms of life really does matter.